Good morning from the West Coast, from the Monterey Bay area of California. It's Ariana Newcomer. This is Wisdom Wednesdays. This is also the morning after a full moon, and I normally do a full moon oracle message, a channeled message from my guides on the full moon. And I'm combining that this morning with Wisdom Wednesdays. I had a client come yesterday for a session, and I asked her if she had any questions for guidance. And her question was, how do I find my voice to tell my story in a way that makes it positive, not poisonous? So she has a pretty traumatic history from her family and from having had some health issues and accidents and interesting things that have really severely affected her. However, she's really determined to make a positive input with her story. And she's just wondering, okay, how much of this traumatic stuff do I tell, and how do I tell it, and how do I sound not so academic, and how do I prevent myself from actually feeding into the sort of ethos of violence that really exists still on our planet. So as I was checking in with guides, really the biggest piece that came through was just one word: intention. Our intention is incredibly powerful. It's so powerful that we can intend, for instance, to connect with the center of Earth. When we do our grounding, we can really get ourselves connected with the center of Earth. We can intend to connect with the sun and connect with the cosmos. And when we do our grounding when I do this with clients and with my groups, we connect with Earth, we bring up energy from Earth, we connect with cosmos, and we bring down energy from cosmos. And in the biofield tuning method that I've been learning, Eileen calls this the negative flow of the battery and the positive flow of the battery. And when we get those two directions going strongly, then we are in better balance and we have more energy available to us. So our intention is enough to do that, to connect us with deep Earth, to connect us with cosmos. Any of you who have studied any of the law of attraction, that is really also about intention. And some of the really interesting stuff that has come out of quantum physics has shown how our intention actually really affects everything that we are interacting with. I remember reading a book called The Dancing Wu Li Masters back in the 70s, I think when I was in college or just out of college. And it talked about this, the new physics and this quantum physics, and it's not actually so new. Some of these ideas are really from the 30s. But one of the things that really stuck with me from that book was we can't observe an event without altering it. And so our intention alters it. And when we're doing our supposed double-blind, triple-blind, gold standard studies in the scientific community, that still isn't really recognized that the intentions of the people doing the studies can actually perhaps change the outcome. And so we may not have really a gold standard after all. So it's so much more interesting and complex than we would like it to be. We want it to be simple and straightforward, and it's really not. So for my client, number one, for her finding her voice and her way to tell her story so that it has a positive impact, is to hold her intention, that it be for the greater good, that she is telling the story to help others, so that because she has found her way through a lot of this trauma, so can others. And so that's number one. And then the second piece was when we hold our intention, set our intention, use our intention from the place of energetic coherence within ourselves, within all the 5 intelligences that we carry as both human and divine beings, then our intention is much more powerful and is really magnified. And the coherence practices, which I've been talking about on these Wisdom Wednesdays, are practices that I have received from one of my guides who is from Andromeda, the Andromeda galaxy. And I'm going to just demonstrate to you the first one of these practices. There's a whole set of them, and they're part of what's called the codes of 7 that are being transmitted to me. So these coherence practices are the first in these codes of 7. So the first one is about creating coherence between our brain, third eye, our heart, and for women, our womb. Or for men, you can think of it as the dantian or the hara, which are Oriental words for that kind of center of the body that's in the lower abdomen. And I'm going to stand up to do this, move my stool here so I can show you. So we're doing coherence between heart, womb, brain, and third eye. And this is a practice of weaving a thread of gold light in a figure 8 through these 3 centers. And because these are the codes of 7, 7 is a sacred number, we're going to do these 7 times each. So we're going to begin at the heart, and you might want to follow along and use your finger. I found this was useful as I was learning to do these. To begin at the heart center, let's just take a breath and get ourselves into our hearts. Think of something you're really grateful for, someone you love, something you really care about. And just allow yourself to drop into your heart. Drop into some deep breathing, and we're going to weave this golden light like a thread of gold, beginning at the heart, and we're going to weave it down into the womb, back up and back around through the heart, into the third eye, and back to the heart. That's 1. And 2, womb, heart, third eye, heart. 2. This is 3. Womb, heart, third eye, heart. 4. Womb, heart, third eye, heart. 5. Womb, heart, third eye, heart. 6. Womb, heart, third eye, heart. 7. Womb, heart, third eye, heart. Now obviously imagine this going right through the center of your body. My finger's on the side, obviously. But so then we're going to go the other direction. And I'm going to use my other hand. And again, you're going to visualize this happening in the center of the body. This figure 8 is happening on this plane in the center of the body. We begin at the heart. We go the opposite direction. We go up, third eye, heart, womb, heart. 2, third eye, heart, womb, heart. 3, third eye, heart, womb, heart. 4, third eye, heart, womb, heart. 5, third eye, heart, womb, heart. 6, third eye, heart, womb, heart. 7, third eye, heart, womb, heart. So we've done it 7 times in 2 directions, both directions. And now we're going to do sideways. So I'm going to use 2 fingers, and we're going to begin at the heart again and go down to the womb. And I'm using the word womb, but guys, you can just translate that into hara or dantian for you. So we go heart. And now, so this, again, imagine this in the center plane of the body, in this plane, weaving this thread of gold. Heart, womb, heart, third eye, heart. 2, womb, heart, third eye, heart. 3, womb, heart, third eye, heart. 4, womb, heart, third eye, heart. 5, womb, heart, third eye, heart. 6, womb, heart, third eye, heart. 7, womb, heart, third eye, heart. And take a moment to feel that connection, those gold threads that have connected these three intelligences. And now we're going to, in our imagination, using our intention, again, imaginally take hold of all these gold threads and just pull them zip right up into the central channel of the body. So that energy has now created a central coherence of these three intelligences: brain, mind, third eye, heart, and womb, dantian. So when you do this coherence practice with intention, then your intention, as you set your intention for other things, like my client, she wants to set her intention that her writing, her book, is going to have a positive effect. That is going to be much more powerful. So whatever kind of intention you want to set, when you use this coherence practice, it is going to really assist you in having a much more powerful focus and strength to that intention. And this is just one of the coherence practices. There are more of these to connect the other intelligences of spirit and earth to these three. And if you are interested in learning more and beginning to actually do these practices, pop me a comment or send me a message because I'm gathering a group of people to begin teaching these practices. So in the meantime, have fun using this particular one, and I will see you next time.